So today is Tag Tuesday. So this is a response to Michael Buckley, who took this tag, the weird tag, from Ingrid and Luke of Echo Bays. Tags are always so fun. I love answering questions, so here we go. I'll also put the questions below so you can answer them yourself. First question, what's a nickname only your family calls you? My family really does not give me nicknames. I'm just Natasha and that's about it. When I was younger, all my friends had nicknames because there was 3 Genevieves in my class and 3 Emmas at one point. So lots of my friends had nicknames. So I always wanted one as well. But I always wanted one that started with an N for my name, but I was never able to find that. So I just settled with Tasha, and that's what people call me. Sometimes they call me Natasha, Tasha, and now I've started babysitting, and some of the little kids, they don't remember my name exactly, so anything with an Asha is usually fine. 2, a weird habit of yours. I don't really have a weird habit that I can think of. Like Buck, I totally have to go with singing. Out of the blue, I'll just be on the computer and randomly sing to whatever songs that I hear. And if there's no one around, then I really don't care. But if there is someone around, then it's kind of awkward. 3, do you have any weird phobias? Not that I can think of, except for I'm afraid of the dark, but that's not really weird. But what was really freaky was last night actually, probably 2 a.m. and I was the only one upstairs. And suddenly out of the blue, the TV turned on, legitimately something out of the ring, and it scared the out of me. Number 4, what song do you secretly like to blast and belt out when you're alone? Like I said before, just whatever I hear on the radio, I'll start usually singing it. But then I still like my Hilary Duff and Britney Spears, the older Britney Spears, because that's what I grew up with. And so sometimes I'll belt those songs out as well. But I'm not really ashamed of them because when I was younger, they were all the rage. 5, what's your biggest pet peeve? There are a few minor ones that I think just generally people have. But for a while, my biggest pet peeve was when there's music and you cannot hear the singer at all, and the background music is way too loud for you to understand anything. What's one of your nervous habits? Well, lots of times if I'm nervous, I'll look into my purse and pretend that I'm doing something else, with the phone or whatever. But this year actually, I realized that I have a nervous laugh, which is horrible. I was doing an interview for an IB program and we had this little game testing thing that we had to do, and I was so nervous that I started laughing. And this was supposed to be a serious interview. Horrible. What side of the bed do you sleep on? I only have a twin-sized bed, so this question does not really apply to me. What was your first stuffed animal and what did you name it? Well, when I was super young, I had an entire hammock, and like I said in my nostalgia video, I have a bunch of different teddy bears, so I definitely could not pick one. But the one that I like the most is Pinkeretta, my Build-A-Bear doll. I've had her since I was probably 10 or something, and she's definitely my favorite. What's the drink you always order at Starbucks? Well, I have a couple. The ice drink, I always take a passion Tazo tea. I never take it with lemonade because I don't think it does anything, and it's just more expensive. And then, if I want something hot, I usually take the white blossom tea. Those ones are really good. What's a beauty rule you preach but you never actually follow? I don't really have anything that I preach, so this doesn't really apply to me. Which way do you face in the shower? I remember this question from the last tag video, and I was like, well, isn't it obvious? Most people face in front of the shower. But then I realized that no, that doesn't really make as much sense. And I'm usually sideways, so if the shower is here, then I'll be facing here or the other way, so sideways. Do you have any weird body skills? I was thinking about this for a second, but then I remembered I have a funny eye trick. I haven't done this in a while, it usually gives me a headache, but I'll see what I can do. Okay, wait. Okay, the last few questions, unblurred. What's your favorite comfort food that's bad for you? For me, it's everything. Ice cream, donuts, chips, whatever. But I always eat too much ice cream. And anything with Nutella, I've developed a real craving for those. And I absolutely adore ice cream cake. Whenever it's around my birthday or in the summer when other people have birthdays, I legitimately have eaten at least half the cake. on many occasions. What's a phrase or exclamation you always say? I think I always say awesome. That's the only thing I can think of besides things like and so and all those kind of things that just kind of happen. But besides that, awesome, something that I say on purpose. And it goes perfectly with DFTBA. Time to sleep. What are you wearing? I always wear nightgowns. I absolutely adore them and they're the most comfortable, I think. And I usually pick the ones that are a couple sizes too big because that's more comfortable. Also, I like them when they actually have sleeves because that's the only part that is not covered by a blanket. So when they don't have sleeves, it's extra cold. What did you used to wear that you thought was cool but now you realize wasn't that hot? I am actually still heavily inspired by like the late 90s and early 2000s just for color and stuff like that. And I've always loved those kind of things. And when I look back, I'm like, that is cool still to this day. Even though it's not exactly in style right now, it was still awesome the way I dressed myself. But I used to have a mushroom haircut because I had lice in kindergarten and my mom made me have that haircut. It was horrible. Just like, But I was not the one who decided it. I still remember crying because I hated the haircut. Any decisions that I made, it was perfect for the moment and it was what I was feeling, and I always wear just whatever I feel like or just whatever I have in my closet. I always love what I wear. So, and if I don't like it anymore, then I just don't wear it. And that suited me for as long as I can remember. And do you like these earrings? My aunt actually made them for me. They're awesome.